Morning. Hopefully everybody's all excited. We got a nice little runner in Twitter. Tweet. Look at that, making a nice little move. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the little move yesterday. We'll talk a little bit about it. I jumped in a little late on the stock, actually. I put a limit order out there, and I got executed. So I pretty much got it at 51.33 when I made this pop right here. And got a little Fausto flag kicked in right here when it broke that resistance right around early in the morning. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and then a couple other stocks that are on the watch list. But before we do that, hopefully everybody's getting ready. We have class today here at Cybertrade University, Phase 3. Yesterday morning was actually a really good class. We had some really good examples. There was a trade that we traded yesterday that we had close to a 750,000 share buyer out there. I think a lot of us probably have never seen an order like that before, and it was just great. I think you guys are going to enjoy it because when it came to that, we waited patiently. Stock came down, hit it, and bounced right off it. It was nice for a nice 30-40 cent pop right there. So if you are a student of CTU, make sure you watch that video, and don't forget we have class today. Meantime, for some of you that did not get it and don't know how to find those 700,000 share buyers, let's talk about it right now. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. So let's start off with a couple of stocks because some of them are actually trickling down into today from yesterday. The first one that was a really nice move yesterday was this ATER trade. You could see it right here. It was a really nice pop. Went from like $2.50 all the way up to about 10 o'clock, shot to 370. Just a nice, beautiful trend. Then it had this big reversal here, never made a higher high. I mean, granted, it made a move after 11 o'clock, but you know we're pretty much done within the first hour of the open. That stock was just a really, really nice trend. Everyone did really well with that. Another stock, what is this? GGR, spelt that one. That one also was a really nuts of a stock right here. You could see it just got halted so many times. Stock went from 14 all the way up to about 27. It's just a matter of time this thing was going to crash. You definitely did not want to be involved in this one. But some of us that knew how to trade them, some of the advanced traders, I know you guys did pretty well on this stock right here. And then obviously, you know, we can't forget the famous Twitter. Okay, so Twitter had a, you know, obviously it gapped up really big. Let me just go back 2 days and show you what happened here. So obviously the news came out over the weekend that Elon Musk was going to buy it. Now, some of us are like, oh, is it too late to get in? Well, you know what? It was a little too late because, you know what, around 9:30, it did reverse from 48 all the way down to about 47. Now, was that a substantial drop? Not really, about $2. You could see it had major support from all the way up till about 4 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning was that? Yeah, 8:15. So it kind of hovered there, and then finally wanted to decide to make a move around 10 o'clock, and then made a new, once it broke through this high right here, you can see how it kind of hovered there, and then finally it broke out going into a little bit more midday, and then it kind of trade flat. But if you'll notice, I mean, what news right now is going on in the world in finance? Okay, oil is pretty much done. All right, we heard about oil. You know, they open up the reserves about 1 million shares. You know, a million barrels. You know, it was the pot stocks a couple of days ago. You know, is Congress passing this thing? You know, you have the virus still dwindling around there and stuff like that. So those doing pretty well. But there's really no real big news. We know about the war in Ukraine. How's that affecting? You know, we got the Fed that's meeting this week, going to be talking about it. We know about the interest rates and everything now, about reading the Fed rates. But really, this is the big talk of the town. This is what everybody's talking about. We all know Elon Musk. We know that, one of the greatest entrepreneurs probably ever lived. That's my opinion. Listen, for a guy that came in here from South Africa to the United States and, started with a $200,000 and now is the richest man in the world, started PayPal and everything else, you could do a lot of damage when you got a lot of money. You know what I mean? You can. Is it a good deal? Listen, I was looking at the numbers and the stock is trading 55 times earnings. It's really a bad investment for anyone to buy a stock that trades that much money in earnings. But listen, I remember back in the day when I started back in 2000, all the IPO stocks, all like Amazons and the Googles, they were trading 200 times earnings, 300. I think Amazon was trading 3,000 times earnings. Okay, well, obviously that worked out pretty well. But listen, who knows? I mean, like anything else, sometimes it's cheaper and easier to buy a company out than to start all over and try to compete against the big in the industry, okay? Unless you're going to take them down, and they go out of business, whatever it is. But anyway, stock's moving pretty well. It's got a nice little trend. We'll talk a little bit about it, and so on. But there are a couple of the stocks before we go into the Twitter again. How am I looking on it? Okay, I'm looking pretty good. I didn't buy that many shares. I only bought a half a lot. I didn't want to buy too much. I was getting a little nervous on that trade. All right, so a couple of the stocks that were also showed up on the watch list. SBFM. By the way, for some of you who don't know what level 4 is, there's a big iceberg order. I've been watching it right now. He's getting hit right here. You can see it right here, 54. See all the green balls right there? Just kind of broke out, took that big seller, a couple of 24,000, 19,000, a lot of orders, close to about almost 100 to 150,000 shares just got taken out right there. So that guy's been out there for, not too long. He started adding to his position. Could be a short squeeze going on right now. That could happen too. Another stock that's doing really well this morning because you know what? There are other stocks out there. So here's another one we found this morning, the SBFM. You could see it's on the watch list, two of the big stocks on the watch list. I'll just put this here on the YouTube channel, just showcase that a little bit. Those are the ones. By the way, we start trading, for some of you on YouTube and Facebook, we start trading at 10:45 in the morning. I'm sorry, 7:45 in the morning. So we already been at this all morning. And you can see the stock had a really nice push right around here, around 7:45. Really nice run. This is actually a lot better than Twitter. Okay, a lot better runner than Twitter. You could see it's just a constant trend. It just kind of went up about $2 right there. Just broke that all-time high. So let me bring up on level 4 and let me see what's happening there. I X'd out of it. Just loading up here for a second. Okay, so a big buyer just showed up here for 40,000. You could see him right there. You had a big ladder effect right here, close to about 10,000. Little big buyer right there. You could see it. For 45,000. Okay, he held it. He ran the thing up right there. Looks like we're getting a ladder effect that's going on. So obviously somebody is upticking the position. Nice spread, very inexpensive. A lot of you look at Twitter and be like, you know what? It's $54. Maybe it's out of your budget. Maybe I'll buy less. Listen, there are a lot of the stocks out there you could trade. This is what we do. I always remind everybody, it's always a new adventure every day in trading. Okay, so that one's doing really well. And is it ever too late to jump in? Listen, market's not closed. Market's even open for some of you here. So that one's looking pretty well. Now, there are a couple of stocks on the B list I want to talk about. Now, we know there's an A list and a B list. B list is second protocol, not all the time. They might not do anything. It's not been on my favorite, as the stocks that have the best volatility in pre-market. But we had this NNOV. The stock had a really nice trend the last couple of days. It became a day trade, more of a swing trade. I don't like the spread. Volume is 100,000, not terrible for a pre-market stock. $13, good price range, a little spotty. This might even go on the C list. Boyle has just been an animal. This stock has been a great swing trade. We've been talking about this stock for a while. Boyle, I saw it at 100, I think came all the way down to the 20s. I know some of us got in there right around the 30s. You're holding as a swing trade. It had this big run up right here back in February. And it came crashing down. So there was a second opportunity to buy. But this thing is just going up and up. Obviously, with that market, with being an ETF. But once again, we're getting close to that resistance. Just be very careful. We learned this here in classes. Whatever goes up comes down twice as fast. So sometimes, a stock goes up 50% a year, where we trade some stocks go 50% in a day. They come down just twice as fast. So be careful. That's the beauty about being in class and learning stuff like this, which once again, we have class today. Don't forget. Nate is another stock that's moving this morning too. NAT. Nice spread, decent volume. It's not up a lot. It's about 7%. It's been trending up little by little. It's a tanker company. We all know about the tankers, how they've been doing. They've been doing phenomenal. I don't know if anybody knows anybody in the tanker, anybody knows anybody in the shipping business, but my God, not in the shipping business. Just buying containers. I mean, it's just unbelievable what they're making. Another big run up, ATER stock took a very big hit. Some of you remember we traded the stock in August. It ran from like $2 to about $18. It was a fun stock we've been trading for the past week. Came right back down, finally built some support levels back around 2. If it can get past this resistance levels right around here, around this about $4 price range, its stock could maybe break out a little bit, looking at that January and February resistance levels. But that one looks, that's another stock that obviously came up on my radar. SCON is also moving, was moving pretty well. This thing got crushed, man. Remember the stock? This thing went from 14 all the way down to about $4, just like that. Back in January last year. She's trying to creep up. I don't know if I really like that pre-market trend. 5 million shares already traded. It's a level 1 stock. Could be a good beginner stock for a lot of us. That one's not bad. What else we got going on here? A couple of people here just spitting some stuff out in the cyber group room. Andrea saying SBFM. So once again, nice stock. I mean, I know you just posted that around 8, about 8 minutes ago, but yeah, it's starting to trend down a little bit. I just saw a big iceberg order just got filled on the bid. He keeps bidding it up though. I don't know if it's a short covering, but look, he's bidding it up. The guy came out here. He looked like he got executed. Look, he came back out for another 74,000. He just pulled his order again. I don't think he got executed. That's not an execution. He just pulled his order, so that's not a good sign. But there is a ladder effect going on the way down. So listen, stocks got good volatility. That's what we want. All right. That's all we care about. So how's Twitter doing? Twitter is just moving. Go, go, go. What are we up now? About 1,600? All right. Beautiful. Is it ever too late? Listen, Twitter's got big resistance levels right here. Okay. So we're going to probably get some program trading coming out right around the 55 price range, And then obviously we got big support levels. You got to remember that Elon Musk has got how many followers he has? Like 60 million or something like that. He's got most unbelievable followers. Listen, if every one of those people bought, you should learn a very valuable lesson. Remember we trade all the meme stocks? Remember we trade all those meme stocks? GameStop, AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond. The list goes on. They have so many followers. If they all work together and they're all buying, I don't care how bad the news is, but this is not a meme stock, okay? This is a real buyer, okay? And not only that, he does own a lot of shares in it. So where there's smoke, like they say, there's fire. All right, so let's get back to the market, everybody. Get ready for trading. I got to get ready for class. It starts in 15 minutes. If you want to know more about it, talk to Education Advisor. If you're new here to Cyber Trade University, like we always say, hopefully you're enjoying yourself in the trading room. This is why we've been around for 25 years. And, hopefully, you could be part of the team if you qualify. Not remember that trading's not for everybody. If you want to do a trial, just like us and friend us. And then Rich just posted a link. Don't forget also class, and we have Traders Talk today. And because Tuesday is Hump Day, 4 o'clock today, 4:15, we have open house here at Cyber Trade University. We're going to post that link in for you. Oh, Bill, he's got 80 million followers. Jesus, that's even worse than what I thought. Okay, I was way off that number. 80 million. If every one of those people bought just 100 shares a piece, okay, you do the math, how much that could move that stock, right? And they all hold on to it. So anyway, we got class today. We got open house today. Make sure you register if you want to find out more of how we use level 4 and how these things work and how we find these stocks. Please join us at 4:15 here today on Tuesday. Just click on our link, register, and we'll get you in there. For everybody else, good luck. Happy trading. I'll see the rest of you in class. And if you're not in the class or you're not part of CTU, we'll see you back here at 2:30 on YouTube and Facebook Live every day at 9 a.m. and at 2:30. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading, and enjoy the rest of your day trading.